Konnichiwa, y'all, and welcome to the Mr. Maple Show. I'm Matt. We're back with a classic. We've talked about it a few times. We have another breakdown of Acer Oliverianum Hot Blonde on this website with the original. But guys, had to get this on camera for you today. Look at this fall color. It's outstanding.
Hey guys, I'm Tim. Smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We put out daily content on Japanese maples. No one else brings it to you like the Mr. Maple Show on YouTube. Check out us on our podcast platform as well, the Mr. Maple Show. Weekly podcast. You're going to love it. And subscribe to us on MrMaple.com. We really appreciate it.
So spoiler alert, by the time this is coming out, you probably already saw our podcast on our 100 favorite fall color Japanese maples. Yeah, we like our own cooking. We picked Acer Oliverianum Hot Blonde for our #1 spot. Now, we wanted to justify this and get this on camera for you guys. Many of you may have seen this tree. I did a shoot with Jim Putnam about this very tree right here. Outstanding fall color, consistent, amazing fall color, and it's really not even at its peak. Sometimes you'll get even more neon pink out of this tree.
We're here in October, late October of 2023, so you can see the color this is right now. It's one of the best fall colors of any of the Japanese maples. Now, the thing I love about Hot Blonde, though, is it really gives you a really nice yellow color in the spring and the summer. And so the spring and the summer, you really get some really nice yellows out of it, with a little bit of an orange-red border to it as well. Acer Oliverianum X, we actually believe this is to be a hybrid with Acer Shirasawanum Aureum. It was a chance seedling that we found, and man, has it been a winner. It grows really fast, it's really beautiful, gives you good yellow color throughout the spring and the summer, and check out this fall color.
Guys, one of the best things about Acer Oliverianum Hot Blonde is that growth rate. This tree gets out there quickly, typically at 1.5 foot of growth a year. Now, we actually have this one in heavy shade. I have the original one in my yard. It's less than 40 yards from this tree, and it hasn't hit fall color. Now, this one in a high oak canopy is already in premium color. In more sun, they'll be a little later to change. Magnificent fall colors, though, and very consistent, too. One of the things I love about this tree, whether you have it in sun or shade, is the fall color is extremely consistent on it. I think part of the feature that makes this tree special for fall color is that heat tolerance, because you still have crisp, clean foliage. So if you want great fall color in a high heat area on Japanese maples, selecting Japanese maples that can handle that hotter exposure is really something you should consider. It's going to make sure that those leaves actually look great by the time they're ready to get this color.
We like Acer Oliverianum because it adds superpowers to a Japanese maple. Japanese maples are fairly hardy, but Acer Oliverianum makes it more heat tolerant. Hot Blonde is part of our Heat Seeker series. We've got hot tamale, hot sauce, we've got hot chicken, we've got a number, hot rod, a number of amazing selections coming to you on Mr. Maple that are Acer Oliverianum heat tolerant. And this one here is especially heat tolerant. We've had customers of ours growing this in full sun in Spartanburg, South Carolina, full sun in Charleston, South Carolina, Bishopville. We're talking zone 9, 9B, almost zone 10 in some of those areas in full sun. High heat settings near the ocean, and this tree's been rocking it out, grows fast. And Acer Oliverianum Hot Blonde is one of those plants that if you give it a little more sunlight, it will grow quicker than one that's grown in more shade. I mean, it just takes off. It really seeks out the sun, and it is a heat seeker. It's a tree that should do well for you in those high heat settings, but it can do well in a more shaded location, as you see this tree here.
Now, one neat thing about this tree, Acer Oliverianum typically leaves out fairly early. So we believe this to be a hybrid with Acer Shirasawanum Aureum. That's where it's probably getting that yellow color from. The only yellow tree in that garden was an Acer Oliverianum or Acer Shirasawanum Aureum. And one of the nicer features about that is Acer Shirasawanums leaf out very late. Now, Hot Blonde, even if being an Acer Oliverianum hybrid, is one of the very last trees to leaf out here in the early spring.
Now, that is really beneficial for this tree because it avoids later threats of frost. I mean, it is one of the latest trees to leaf out, so it's a great tree for those areas that get those early frosts like Tamukiyama, Emperor 1, and Hot Blonde.
Now, we're zone 6B here in western North Carolina. We're in East Flat Rock. We're very close to Hendersonville. Depending on which side of the nursery you're in, we're either in Flat Rock or East Flat Rock. Now, this is one that we're going to list zone 6 through 9 for now. This may work in zone 5. We have a lot of people trialing this in zone 5 with great success in that 5-year period. I want to get a little bit more time behind those in zone 5 before we truly consider this a zone 5 maple, but it's looking promising for that. We do consider this zone 6 through 9 currently, and really on that upper echelon. If you're in that heavy zone 8 and you're getting burned up foliage, think about a Hot Blonde. It's something that's going to come through in the fall because that foliage is still premium. And I mean, when it hits its fall splendor, it is outstanding. A little bit of light coming through this right now, You still see a little bit of those shades of yellow. This one will get even more neon red pink soon. So just outstanding. I like it where it's in this in-between stage though.
And while this color is outstanding in the fall, the color contrast this gives you with the yellows in the spring and the summer, this is gonna be a tree that's really easy to use in your garden to add that extra flair.
So guys, if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to the Mr. Maple Show. We bring you daily content on Japanese maples. Nobody else is bringing it like this, and we really appreciate it. If you enjoy this kind of content, go give us a 5-star Google review or subscribe to our channel, or do both. Hey, go ahead and knock out both those things. That'd be awesome, and we really appreciate you tuning in today.
Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.